At this gym in Sydney's West, men and teen boys are learning to fight back.
You probably didn't notice about me, but I just wanted to prove a point, like how easy it is to conceal knives like I've got.
This class is a response to the terrifying run of knife violence in New South Wales.
My sock, I've got a couple more.
If there's a big problem out there, what do you do about it? Do you ignore it? Obviously, the government will put rules and regulations or whatever they do, but as men, like what do? You just ignore it? Having these seminars, well, that's taken a step forward.
It's pretty easy to conceal. I've probably got more, I've forgotten where they all are.
Knife crime has been prominent since the killing of 6 people at Bondi Junction last month. Since then, New South Wales Police have reported another 16 knife-related incidents, including 4 fatalities.
It's such a convenient weapon to grab. You only have to go to your kitchen drawer and you've armed yourself with a weapon that can cause serious harm.
While these attendees are learning to tussle, the main message is get away if you can.
This is all pretty much what we're trying to protect. Any of these get cut, it's game over.
Jeff Phillips, a self-defence teacher of about 15 years, is now in hot demand.
Normally I do a lot of corporate programs, but the number of corporate programs, I've gotten probably 6 months worth of calls in like a week.
These boys are just 13 and determined to learn to defend themselves.
There's been so much stabbings around, and just everyone's scared of them. Just in case if you get stabbed, you need to know the right defences.
You can put on a white shirt, he's going to try and stab you with a texter, and you do what you can to stop it.
After an hour in the classroom, they put the lesson to the test.
Work together.
The world's gone crazy with stabbings. We need to learn this in this society of day in life. We need to learn what to do and not to do. Because if we don't know what to do, it's going to come to a bad crisis.
Thanks for being here, everybody, on a rainy...
This week, the New South Wales government responded, announcing plans to allow police to search people for knives without a warrant in certain crowded places. Similar laws are already in effect in Queensland.
Giving our police officers the ability to pull these people aside, do a quick search, will probably go as a deterrent for certainly a young person that packs a backpack, puts their mobile phone in there, puts their wallet in there, and then decides to put a knife in.
What's in your pocket? Can I get you to produce any items in your pocket for me?
Data from the New South Wales Bureau of Crime Statistics and Research shows knife crime is on the decline.
The number of knife offences in 2023 was actually lower than it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and even 20 years ago.
Searching for knives and weapons, that sort of thing.
But one group is overrepresented in the statistics: children and teens.
We can see that young people are more likely to be involved in knife offences than adults. So the rate of participation or the rate of legal actions against young people is about twice as high as for adults. We wanted to find out what young people think of knives and whether they're as common as people fear.
Yeah.
So we spent time with these youth workers who are on the front line of the complex issues facing Sydney's teens.
Street youth work involves going to hotspots and sort of talking to young people. The core focus of it is to, be those local people for young people to go to when in time of crisis or if they need any help with anything else.
These boys, just 14, told us some people their age feel they have to carry a knife for self-protection.
So most kids do nowadays.
And is anyone using them?
I mean, if they do, there'll probably be a reason why. If they start launching up on you, then they'll probably pull it out and then use it.
Well, most of the time it's just for intimidation, so no one will actually do anything.
This teen, who we won't identify, says he fears being stabbed. He thinks the new police powers could go even further.
I reckon there should be a full knife ban. Like how with guns, if you want to hold them, you need licenses. I reckon with knives, that should be the exact same thing.
and that people under the age of even 21 shouldn't be carrying one.
Our next stop is Fairfield, about 50 minutes from Sydney's CBD. What do you see as someone who's working with young people on the street?
In my experience doing street work, it's not actually something that comes up overly often, knife incidents involving young people. There's a multitude of issues before it gets to that stage for young people that are the main issue that we should be focusing on in the community, and that is mental health, access to mental health services, access to youth services.
They're good kids. I think they just get a bad rap.
It's quiet outside Fairfield Station, where these boys are planning a takeaway dinner. Aged 14, they say they're aware of knife violence, but they're not afraid.
It's pretty common, like see people get finished, like in school as well, see people get done with knives, I don't know.
People at school are getting caught with knives?
As well, yeah.
Why do you think they're carrying them?
To protect themselves.
From what?
From other people, like other people's knives.
From a youth worker's perspective, knife-related incidents don't come about randomly. We tend to focus more on that early intervention side of things, so that it doesn't turn into incidents like, acts of violence. I think that's where everyone should focus on.